How's it going, everybody? My name is Warner Fields with Fields of Profit. I'm a 6-year Amazon seller and full-time student, and as you can probably tell, I'm in a bit of a different setup today. I'm actually about to be moving up to Madison, Wisconsin, so if any of you guys are from around here, let me know. Drop that down in the comments. But this will pretty soon be the future studio for the channel, so I'm pretty excited to kind of shoot today's video in this building. But I wanted to go ahead and take a chance today to talk about maybe not so much a specific Amazon related task, just as more kind of an entrepreneurial topic in general, as increasing the value of your time. This is something that's going to be really important, especially if you're looking to scale. Now maybe your goal as a Amazon business owner isn't necessarily to make $1 million or create some giant empire, then this kind of stuff might not apply as much to you. But if you are trying to take your business up to the next level, there's going to be some things within Amazon, outside of Amazon, specific tasks that you can kind of get rid of that are going to help you scale your business. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So the first thing that's going to help you scale your time into more dollars per hour, however you want to think about that, is to kind of trick your brain into thinking that your time is worth more money than it really is. Now this might sound kind of kooky, or maybe you don't really believe in this, but if you kind of value your time so let's say I value my time at $500 an hour. So moving forward, realistically, I should outsource everything that makes me less than $500 an hour. Eventually, your real hourly rate is going to catch up with that because you've been hiring everything else out to the point where the hours that you are putting in, you are making that. There are some caveats within that, as far as maybe you don't have the cash to make that happen, to hire everything out. There's definitely some aspect to that if you get into those higher dollar tasks. But especially within Amazon, the first way specifically that I would say that you can really increase the amount of money you're making per hour you're working is actually just hiring product sourcers, hiring listers, as anything like that that's going to help you do those repetitive tasks, especially with online arbitrage or wholesale. A lot of the time we're spending doing product research and sourcing through those wholesale buy sheets. Stuff like that. That can be easily outsourced to the Philippines. I personally have 8 VAs right now who all work for me remotely from the Philippines, doing product sourcing and some other things on the back end. But that's going to be a great way to outsource a bunch of that labor. Kind of treat your time like it's more valuable than it really is, right? Like I just talked about. So you're able to pay these VAs $3, $4, $5 an hour to get some really decent quality work. Take that off your plate, and then especially if you're running into issues with your online arbitrage business where you're not able to spend money fast enough, that's going to be a great way to kind of level up the amount of money you're able to spend with your online arbitrage business, because those $3, $4 an hour employees are going to be finding these big giant lists of products you can actually go out and buy. And then from there, you can focus your efforts on higher brainpower tasks like finding new suppliers. Maybe if you're transitioning into OA or wholesale from a worse business model, you can put that time into figuring some things out. So let's say you're doing a bunch of online arbitrage, you can hire a product sourcer to keep the online arbitrage side of things going, and then you can go over to wholesale and start calling brands, start building those relationships, doing those higher dollar tasks. That's going to be something that's super important to help your business grow in the long term, is to always be making sure that you're doing a task that no one else can do in your business, at least not super easily replicatable. And so you can take that a step further, even beyond hiring for your professional tasks in your business. In your personal life, you can also hire out those tasks. Again, this is probably a tip for those people who are trying to build a massive empire, something very strong. A lot of you might not want to optimize your personal life, but this is something that I do a lot. One thing I can think of specifically is I buy a lot of meal prep services or DoorDash, some healthier type restaurants. I've been eating a lot of Chipotle. You can debate me whether or not that's healthy, but I feel like it's healthy-ish. But you can kind of really save a lot of time by outsourcing those tasks in your personal life that you can then, let's say it costs you $10 to get your food delivered. Even that would be a lot. $5 to get your food delivered. You can go work in your business for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever your hourly rate is, and make that money. That's super worth it to me, to not have to go out and drive. And at the end of the day, you're building your business more and more. If you're not splitting your focus between cooking or any of those other tasks that can be easily automated, maybe cleaning would be another good example of that. Just daily tasks that can be taken care of by someone else, that could be something to look into for increasing the amount of time, increasing the amount of time you have in the day, increasing your dollars per hour on the time that you're spending on those productive tasks. Because I think that even outside of your individual work, if you're spending time on cooking or any of those things that do take brain power, that's taking brain power away from your business. So I personally think it's really important to outsource a lot of those tasks so that you can put that brain power towards those tasks where you're making a lot more money per hour. So another way that you're going to be able to increase the amount of money you make per hour is just a really simple kind of personal development type thing. Identify those peak hours that you know that you are more productive during. So for me, like my work days are probably start a lot later than a lot of yours. I'm a college student. I'm 21. I'm not used to waking up early. So generally I wake up at 9 to 9:30. I'll start my work day at 10, but I won't end it until 9 probably at the earliest, maybe 8 if I'm feeling lazy. But I really do think it's really important to put in those hours when you know it's productive for you. I know a lot of people are big on waking up early in the mornings. If you're a morning person, then make sure you're waking up, putting in those hours into your business. Make sure you're spending your most productive brain power activities on your business or whatever your main focus is in your career, whatever you're trying to strive towards, because those hours where you're super productive, just naturally you're going to be able to just have better payoff in those hours. So if you're putting in, for me, it's like probably 3 p.m. to like 9 p.m. are probably my most productive hours. So I'm always sure to be working on my Amazon business between those hours, or the social media side of things, these tasks that I'm really trying to optimize and make them do really well. So again, specifically for us Amazon sellers, if you want to increase that money you're making per hour, another great way to do this is with using softwares. I know a lot of us like to skimp with the softwares or put it off. I know I personally am guilty of this. There's probably some softwares that I should buy right now to upgrade my business, but it seems like that $100, that $50 that you'd have to invest every month into that software, that can add up for sure. But if you're thinking about the amount of time that you're spending doing the task that would automate for you, usually it's almost always going to be worth it. So for example, if you don't have a repricer yet, let's say you're doing $2,000 a month in sales, you're probably repricing your stuff once a week, maybe twice a week. That's probably going to take you 30 minutes each time, because you're reading those keeper graphs, making sure everything looks good as far as if you need to cut the prices. If not, it just takes a little bit of time. But if you activate a repricer, let's say you're using Be Cool, if you want to kind of upgrade your repricing, there's going to be a link down below for that. But if you want to start using a repricer for your business, that's going to be $25 a month for the simplest plan. And instead of spending that 30 minutes, so 2 hours a month or 4 hours a month or however long you're repricing your business, and that's right at the beginning. So if you're doing 5,000, 10,000, you still don't have a repricer, it's time to get one. It'll save you a ton of time. But that's a side note. That's all just to say that if you are spending time, so let's say you're saving 2 hours. If you're not willing to invest $25 to save 2 hours, then that tells me you're valuing your time at less than $12.50 an hour. So to me, that just doesn't make any sense, especially from a business owner standpoint. If you're valuing your time at $12.50 an hour, it's time to go work at McDonald's. Like, that's not why we own businesses. You need to be compensating yourself at a rate that's worth the risk that you take on by owning a business. And to do that, you're going to need to optimize the time that you're putting in by using softwares like Be Cool Repricer, or an inventory lab, or a tactical arbitrage to help your sourcing go faster. All those tools are going to help you in the long run. That initial investment might hurt, but it's an investment in your time. It's not necessarily an investment directly into your business as far as your costs and everything you go. You have to invest in your time as a person. Because you want to run a business because you want to have that free time, right? Or you want to have extra time that you can then devote into your business, however you want to look at it. But you've got to be saving yourself that time so that you can put it into other higher priority tasks than doing things that tools have already been built to do automatically. This last tip I've got for you guys is kind of just a general productivity tip. This is also going to help optimize the hours that you're putting into your business. This is just a very simple to-do list. For me, I have a to-do list which has got some long-term, medium-term, and then has to get done today type things. You can also add like an everyday list. So for me, on my everyday list is check my restocks and spend $2,000. That's what I'm shooting to do every day. It doesn't happen every single day, unfortunately, but just when you put those things onto paper. So for me, like a medium-term goal would be to kind of restructure some legal things that I've been working on, transitioning my business entity into a different business entity. That's kind of a medium-term goal that I've been working on, whereas the daily goal would be something like reprice my inventory or those things. Putting that down on paper is going to help keep yourself accountable. If you've written it down and then you get to the end of the day and there's still some tasks that you didn't get to, it's going to be a whole lot easier to put them off to the next day if you haven't written them down. Keep yourself accountable, write down those mindless task. That's been something that helps me out a ton. With that said, if you guys did enjoy this video, I know it's a bit of a different one. If you guys want to hit that subscribe button, if I helped out your business, hopefully you can help out mine, and hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate that. As well, if you have any questions or just have any comments on anything I said, feel free to debate me. I know I'm still young, I'm figuring stuff out also, but I'm just trying to kind of offer some perspective for those of you that are trying to scale your business up to that next level. It's all about saving yourself time, all about just optimizing those systems that you've already have in place. But with that said, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like, all that good stuff. That really helps me out with the algorithm, but I will see you next time.